Hey Virgo, this is Moonpie doing your Endless Sky Oracle messages. What I felt you need to know for the month of July, what you need to focus on. Okay, so let's get started. Get your messages out here for you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. What does Virgo need to be acknowledging or paying attention to? What is most important for Virgo to know in the month of July 2020? Spirit, please give us messages. Okay. Life purpose. All right, Virgo, something really important for you to pay attention to this month in regard to your path, where you're going, what you're doing, what your life purpose is, what you want, what you need. Okay. But let's pull some clarifiers for that and see. Okay. Take a chance, Virgo. You need to take a chance here. Being passionate about something can inspire you to take risks. Go for it. As long as you understand the difference between taking a risk and being reckless. You may need to take a chance in regards to something going on with your life purpose right now. There might be something that you are not acknowledging in your life that you need to be acknowledging. Okay. Some of you are just not living to your fullest potential, and you need to be getting into that energy. Sorry for the glare. Let's see what else you need to know here going forward. Okay. And they're off, it says. If you have been planning or working on a new project or idea, it's time to get out of the starting gate. Once things get moving, you'll feel motivated. Wow, Virgo. What is this about? Is this in regards to a love relationship? Is your life purpose to find love or to be in a loving relationship with someone? Sorry, I'm just moving this all around because the light is just killing me. I hate it. I don't know why it's like that, and I'm really sorry. I think it's just the colors are off. So if this is not a love relationship, Virgo, you need to take a chance on something in regard to what you're doing. Are you fulfilled? Are you happy with where you are? Do you need to do something else? Do you need to make a shift in your belief system, in your relationship? Do you need to make a shift in your career, in your health? You're being guided here to actually take a risk, and not to be reckless, but to take a risk in something and to stop being in fear. And if there's something here that you want or you've been planning or working on in your life, or an idea, you got to get out of that starting gate. You've been there too long. You may not have been feeling motivated to do something, but motivation usually comes more so after you take that first step, because once you get past that hump, then you're like crazy motivated because you got past that first step. Okay. Don't stay staying in the starting gate, whatever the situation is in your life, is fears keeping you there. And it's interesting to me how these two cards are showing up here. And this has to do with what is your purpose for where you are? What do you want? Are you happy with where you are? Believe and trust. Always playing it safe can mean denying yourself the chance to find true happiness. Take a leap of faith and step outside of your comfort zone. Virgo, what is going on here? Apart from my horrible lighting with this camera, but yeah, you've been stuck. You're stuck out of fear. You have a fear of moving forward. You have a fear of doing something. You have a fear of getting hurt. You have a fear of something not working out. There's a fear of not being able to accomplish something or take something to the next level. You need to believe and trust in yourself and trust in higher power, spirit. Playing it safe is denying yourself the chance to find true happiness. So, I always say, if something's not working for you, then do the opposite of that. That's the risk. That's getting out of your comfort zone. Do what's uncomfortable. That's where you see the start. If it was comfortable to exercise and nobody would do it, no pain, no gain, right? So, Virgo, I don't know how this resonates for you, like what area of your life you need to be looking at here. Maybe this is just in the way you communicate with someone, or maybe it's just opening your heart, or maybe it's like changing that job, or maybe it's like packing your bags and going on a yearly long world trip. You've been stuck in something and you can do this. You can get out of this if you just believe and trust. Because you have to just say to yourself, everything I've done up to this point, if things have not worked out based on actions I took and the things that I've done or said, then maybe that's a clue that doesn't work. That's not working for me. Maybe I need to do something differently. Maybe I need to open up and admit something. Or maybe I need to set a boundary. Or maybe I need to not be afraid to leave. Or maybe I need to accept the fact that this is a really good situation and I'm so afraid of it that I make it bad. I don't know what your changes are, but you're being asked to go, get out of your comfort zone, live your best life. Whatever that means for you. Take a risk. You might get hurt, but you might not. Deception. Someone or something is not quite what it seems. Your perception of the person or situation could be off track, or things are being deliberately hidden. Okay. For some of you, this is a someone. For others, this is a something. Your views, your perception in the past may not have been correct. You may have been looking at someone or something based on your own emotional expectation or desires or wishes, and not truly seeing something for what it is. You may have been deceiving yourself. And maybe you needed to do that because you were too fearful to move or go or do something different. You may have been hiding something from yourself about someone or something. Your perception could be off track, or things are being deliberately hidden. Trusting your intuition during this time. Don't deceive yourself. Don't gaslight yourself. There's only one river of denial, and that's in Egypt. Not in you. It doesn't reside in you. Don't deceive yourself. Okay. You might be looking at someone or something that is not good for you and making them more than they are in a positive light. Or you might be seeing someone who you thought was very negative and actually changing your perception about them. Maybe they're not really what you thought, right? It just depends. Let's see, what else do you need to know in July? Oh, romance. Beautiful. Don't rush a new relationship. Take the time to get to know each other. If you're already coupled, show your love in new ways and feel the excitement again. What does that mean for you? Some of you, this has to do with romance. Somebody new, a new relationship, someone you've already been with. Show your love in a different way. Okay? If you feel like you were fearful to do that, you couldn't take a risk, you didn't want to get out of your comfort zone because you were afraid to get hurt. I mean, you obviously need to take your time and go at the pace you're comfortable with, but when are you ever really going to be comfortable? That's like saying, oh, I'm not going to have kids until I'm ready to have kids. Everybody thinks, oh, you got to just be super prepared. In some ways, yes, but once the kids come, it's like, I didn't expect this. I had no idea this was going to happen. You can never really be fully prepared. So take a risk, because if you don't, what have you got? Just you, yourself, and you. And as far as romance goes, yeah, it feels like your message here is to, like, don't rush this thing. Spend more time getting to know the person than rushing to the finish line. Really assess who this person is. Is this person that you want to be by your side for the rest of your life? What are they about? What are their beliefs? What do they do with their time? Do they help others? Are they selfish? Right? And if you've already been with this person for a while, you're being asked to show your love in a different way to them for some reason. Okay, let's see what else you need to know. Okay, you have a young man, possibly dark-haired, who is outgoing, friendly, and a natural leader. He's very expressive, loves creating, and prefers meaningful conversation over chit-chat. All right, there's a young man in your life. This could be anybody. I don't know who the young man is in your life. This is a very young man. This is somebody who, teenager up until, I would say, maybe 22, that you need to be paying attention to or acknowledge during the month of July. Okay. He has dark hair. He's outgoing, friendly, and a natural leader. He listens to music a lot. I'm going to assume that this is kind of like iPods or something, but I don't really know what the heck is in his ear. He might be partially deaf for some of you, or he might be deaf. He's very expressive. He's creative, and he really gets into, like, deep conversations. He might be an artist. This is someone who it feels like is important for you to acknowledge during this time. You need to acknowledge this person. Spend some time with this person, or spend more time with this person. Could be a child, brother, could be a nephew. Maybe just start up some conversation, something meaningful, because this person, for his age, is really not going to be interested in just small talk. In fact, you might even have text this person or this young man or something, and you really don't get anything from them. It's like, how are you today? Fine. Quick text. Or, when this young man, if you have a conversation, like a text conversation, it's always like, instead of saying, how are you or what are you doing, it's all short hand text. They don't put much effort. They don't like chit chat. I feel like your message here with this young man, to connect with this young man, you need to get on their level, which means you need to get yourself in a position where you find out what they like, what they're doing, and go do that with them. So if this is like, say, a young man that likes to play video games, start playing some video games. This will intrigue this young man. He'll walk in, he'll be like, you're playing that wrong. Where'd you get that game? And it starts up some dialogue. If this young man likes to play a sport, throw a ball or something, you need to get into this young man's energy, his element, his life, to connect with him. He's not going to come to you because you're not, what do you have in common? What do you have in common with young men? It doesn't matter the age. What do you have in common with this person? Right? Or get something, find a common denominator between the two of you to connect with this young man. Okay? Because they're significant, they're symbolic for you for July for some reason. I don't know why. What else do you need to know? Oh, now you have a mature man, possibly dark-haired, who is down to earth, easygoing, and has a great sense of humor. He loves to socialize and is creative and adventurous. Okay, for some of you, this is a father or a male in your life who's mature. Okay, he might play music. dark hair, down to earth, easygoing, great sense of humor, loves to socialize, and is creative and adventurous. For some of you, this is your person and your son. You have a son with them. Something symbolic about these two. They need to either bridge a gap together. Maybe you need to be the catalyst to bring them together, or this is someone that you're with, and this is your son. And again, same situation. It's not their son. The other thing is, you could just be single with a child or a nephew, whatever the situation is. But there's also a mature man who's in your life, dark hair. Okay, that is quite symbolic to you. I feel like he's in your life for a reason. It could be your father, spouse, brother, whatever, but you need to also connect with this mature man in some way. It could have something to do with changes you need to make. Some of you, I'm hearing, you're dating someone and your own son is not connecting with him. That's what I'm hearing. And so that might be symbolic for some of you. I mean, you could have a teenager son. He could, but it's young man. But I mean, if it's child, I don't know if we have a child card in here, but it's your child. So that's what's important. But this mature man is going to be significant to you going forward in the month of July. Let's see what else. Oh, you have be your authentic self. Being who others want you to be is a huge burden. It's time to take off your mask and reveal the real you. Wave your unique flag and love who you are. So, some of you are taking your surgical masks off. In July, definitely. I feel that's like so cliche to say, but and I feel it has something to do with like this romance thing. You might be actually getting a kiss from someone because you can't really kiss with those masks on, but that might be happening for you, like a very romantic kiss with someone. But the authentic thing is basically your message here, which is very important to you for you in July. Stop carrying around this burden of being what anyone else expects you to be. But if people have expectations of you, that are just completely unrealistic and they're not seeing you for who you are, that's either because they're blind or you have a mask on. And if you're not wearing your mask, if you are being your authentic self, then this is just basically like taking your mask off and going in for a kiss or receiving one. But for others, there's a lot of layers to becoming authentic. And every day it's peeling away the onion of self and ego and realizing who we are, becoming more self-aware so we can get down to the authenticity of who we really are, which is always a journey in itself. Every day it's something new. Every day we bump heads with people and we either fight back or we just take it as a lesson and learn something new about ourselves, because people are mirrors to us. They react. Not everybody, but usually you can get a really good idea of who you are based on who you're with, because people will reflect back to you certain things and say certain things to you or tell you about yourself. That's the biggest help if you're in that place to be your own. That if you really are striving, and you're Virgo, so you're over analytical and you're very self-effacing and self-aware. You know who you are, but the message here is to make sure that you stay in your authenticity in the month of July. And if you're unique, show people who you are. Show people your uniqueness. If you're an artist, if you just have a certain thing about you, like for example, me being a Virgo, I'm addicted to cherry tomatoes. I have to have cherry tomatoes. And my family, they're like, know me for that. It's the smallest simple thing, but that's the authenticity. That's what I love. That's like, I don't care. And people think like, you're weird. You just keep you like go out of your way. Like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll wake up and I'll run to the store and go get cherry tomatoes because I want them. Like that's my thing. And I'm just using that as an example. Whatever you're like, I know some of you got more unique things like that going on, but be your authentic, unique self. Show yourself that way. If you're an artist, if you're a musician, if you're worried about what people are going to think or worried what they're going to say or if they're going to have opinions, like who cares? Just be you. And, people who mind don't matter, and people who don't mind matter. So pay attention to those who just allow you to fly your unique freak flag. I want to say, reveal who you are and don't worry about the outcome. Don't worry about anything else of how things end up or become better or whatever. Do it anyway. Just be you. Right? So, Virgo, those were your oracle messages. I was going to leave a link to the way you can purchase these cards. They're on Etsy and they're called Endless Sky. So just look it up, right? Because I can't get the link or put it in here right now where I'm at, but you can get the link. And then these are beautiful cards. They're so much fun. There's a lot of information. Sorry for the crazy dark light craziness of this video. I think it's just this old camera that I have. I'll try to upload these with a better camera. But yeah, I hope you enjoy your messages and I will speak to you very soon. Take care.